times the #1 movie in America, the #1 two-time champion. We're back, baby. Nothing better than a comeback. You know, we couldn't make it too easy on them. We had to let them have their moment. You know, you gotta have a little.
Well, who could have guessed? 2 video game adaptations right in a row. You could say there's a little bit of a difference in quality, though. One made me question my life choices up until this point. The other one reignited my belief that maybe cinema isn't quite dead yet. Can you guess which is which? I haven't really kept up with the funny pink mustache man, so when I heard he was making a film, I honestly didn't pay it much mind. But then I heard the words, indie sci-fi horror, and I had bought tickets about as quickly as Hollywood was to panic when this movie hit theaters. My expectations weren't high. At the very least, I thought I would come out thinking this was an interesting first attempt at filmmaking. But oh my god, was I surprised by how much I enjoyed my experience. Not only did Mark produce this movie, he wrote and directed it as well. And in my mind, that's more often than not a recipe for disaster. One person wearing so many hats can often lead to being overworked, and thus issues with production of the film. On top of all that, also being the lead role in said film, a film where there's basically only one character to begin with, has got to be a lot of pressure. But you know what? He fucking nailed it. I've seen this movie twice now with 2 very different groups of people, and the general consensus is, for a first time genuinely attempting to act, it's an extremely solid performance. If not, maybe a bit flat at times. The other big thing that people tend to bring up is just how good the cinematography is, and I tend to agree. Really, this aspect is a selling point on its own. The number of unique camera angles this film offers is truly impressive given the confined space they're working with. Right until the end, there is always some kind of new perspective shot being utilized to keep things feeling fresh. And some transition shots are also incredibly clever as well. Now, I already know the biggest issue people are going to take with this movie, and that is what the fuck is actually going on. The movie does not hold your hand when it comes to explaining the world it's set in. That, combined with the atypical ending, is going to leave a lot of viewers asking questions. But you know what? I'd like that. Horror should do this more often. Don't explain jack shit, just go nuts. Horror has been ruined more often by over-explaining itself than actually improved by it. So it just needs to stop. Be weird, be confusing, let the viewer not know what the fuck is going on. Yes, I did like The Lighthouse, why do you ask? In many ways, this film has also exposed how vapid and uninspired Hollywood filmmaking has become. And it also shows that people are still willing to go to the theater, you just have to have something worthwhile. So if you like a slow burn horror that leaves you with more questions than answers, you should absolutely give this movie a chance. I've been Breadbot, thank you all so much for watching. Yes, I know it's another very short video, I'm still working on a larger project, and I'll be working on it for a lot longer. I have limited free time to work on these videos, so I appreciate all of you sticking around. We recently passed 100 subscribers, thank you all so much, and feel free to add to that number. If you're interested, you can also catch me during my many impromptu live streams. I tend to play horror games and I like to chat with my viewers about the ongoings of the media landscape. So hope to see you there. Thank you kindly for watching and have a good day.
I just didn't think it was possible. You guys proved me wrong. Anyway, let me get out of here. Thank you. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Can't wait for you to see it. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. In the next movie. I mean, hopefully there's a video in between this and the movie. Anyway.